Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna. Yes. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya
Jaya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Chaitanya Shri Gaura
Yeah. All right. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama. Here we go. Chaitanya Bhagavat online. Here we go. Where's that thing online? Huh. More results. Krishna Krishna Hare. Oh, it didn't come up this time. Why not? Come on, where is it? Chaitanya Bhagavat online. Okay. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare. Isn't it? Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Should have created a link to it. Darn it. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama. There it is. Okay. Part 2. What is this? Chapter 18. Description of Lord Chaitanya's pastime of the gopis dancing. This, I don't know what, maybe this Madhya Lila or something. O Lord Chaitanya, O auspiciousness of all the worlds, glory, glory to you. O Lord Chaitanya, O auspiciousness of all the worlds. Glory, glory to you. O Lord, in my heart, please place the gift of your 2 feet. See, the gift of Lord Chaitanya's 2 feet is attraction. See, attraction to Krishna. That's the gift, man. See, without that, we have no attraction to Krishna, man. That's the Holy Spirit. Holy, see, sacred. There's no other, it's so unique, man. That's why Lord Chaitanya is the auspiciousness for all the worlds, because that spirit, it's not a degraded spirit. It's not this, a ghostly spirit. Well, it is the Holy Ghost. See, it's the only ghost that's holy. See, it's the opposite. In the mode of ignorance is people, they worship ghosts and spirits. Bhagavad Gita says, right? Ghosts and spirits. But we also worship a ghost and spirit, but it's the Holy One. The opposite of that one in the darkness. See, we don't worship the spirit of goodness even. Don't worship it. We respect it. Respect even ignorance. Okay, at a distance. Well, amen. Oh, a little bit of a distance from you there. We respect the mode of passion, but at a little, distance. Mode of goodness, also a bit of a distance. Come on, that's okay. It's very good. We might use some of that, for regulation of the body and all that stuff. But still about the body, right? That's why it's still mundane. Mode of good is still mundane, material. It's about the body. See? Oh no, but now the spirit of the Holy Spirit is about what? The spiritual body. Very important. The sacred spirit, man, it awakens and nourishes the spiritual body. See, the Holy Spirit, sacred spirit, Bhakti Devi. See, that's where we're interested. Lord Chaitanya came as a devotee because you gotta see that where is the abode? Where is that temple that houses that sacred spirit, man? See? Because that's the only auspiciousness of the world. That's why even Lord Chaitanya said, well, my devotees are even, they're better than me for that reason, because where you see that sacred spirit, we know Lord Chaitanya is sort of, we know he's God and all that, but do we really know? Well, you meet a real associate of Lord Chaitanya, and then you start to begin to know that what is this manifestation in this world of that spirit, and where it is, and from that mouth, from that temple, they'll tell you how to attain it. The only thing of importance in this world, the whole reason for coming into this world, which most people don't know. They think they come into this world to build a big empire or something. We're in this world. Let's let's exploit this world. Woo-hoo. Hey, I can make money and profit off these vaccines. Woo-hoo. Billions of dollars. Woo-hoo. Wow, I can use all this technology. Let's exploit all these material things to control the world. Stuff like that. Chunk change. But they don't know. The whole world practically doesn't know, is going to hell or heaven, even. Hell and heaven. And even if you go to heaven, you come back here anyway. If you go to hell, you may not come out of it. You get so tangled down there. The whole world going to hell and heaven. because they don't know what is truly auspicious in this world. It's only the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his devotees who are his heralds. Go out and say, hey man, let us teach you, share with you what is truly auspicious in this world. So you can meditate on that, grab that rope, and be pulled out of this illusion. Hey, grab that rope. Can you imagine? We gotta chop you, Vaidhi Bhaktas, man. Wake up, come and find out what that spirit is that you're worshiping, because it's intense. It's wonderful. There's nothing like it. And it's through the door, the associate of not just Vaidhi and Varnashram Dharma, glorifications and all of that. It's with devotees who know that spirit and know personally how wonderful it is. Haribo! Where's Christina Shamasundari? You're supposed to make the trip, man. Where are you guys? Come on. Chop, chop. I need an audience here that I can see. Nice to see who I'm preaching to. How do we get on this? Anyway, let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, the auspicious. There we go. That's the kind of beeps I like to hear. Oh, Karuna. Oh, it's just Karuna. Oh. He's always around. Oh, stop that, man. Making a fool out of yourself there, Karuna. Oh, Lord Chaitanya, oh, auspiciousness of the worlds. See, if we were in another universe, he's auspicious of the worlds. That's all this world and also the other God. The other universes, even in the TV, they're talking about multiverses and stuff like that. He's auspicious in all of them. True auspiciousness is Shuddha Bhakti, man. And it's our great privilege to speak about that and not Varnashram Dharma and glorify that. And rituals and big pujas. The external, the outside. They're going around the big pujas. They're throwing the banana in the fire. That banana is your heart. It's supposed to be. You're supposed to go in the fire of this bhakti, man. Come into sadhu sangha with ecstatic devotees. And when you can do that, then you'll know the purpose of the banana in the fire. Otherwise, you don't know. It's just some banana in the fire and it burns up. And they, oh, what a very nice ritual. Oh, all my karma is dissolved. No. No, you're that banana, man. You got to go in the fire of real bhakti, the fire of preaching what is really auspicious in this world to turn you away from the material modes of nature, even goodness, as worshipable. You can respect it, but don't worship it. Otherwise, you're going to stick around another lifetime. It's like, that's why Nityananda broke the friggin' stick of Lord Chaitanya. Just a friggin' stick, sannyas. Boom! How dare these demigods, want my Lord to carry it around? You should be carried by my Lord. Hey, that's nobody's ever told that thing. You got to chant in ecstasy really deeply, and then the Lord says, yeah, that's why, See? People worshiping the stick. No, you got to worship the one who made that stick. The real one, not Brahma even. Brahma, you got to worship the one that Brahma is worshiping. But only the real devotees who know what real Shuddha Bhakti is and glorify it in a way that even a Vaidhi Bhakti couldn't realize it is true. You're going to watch many Vaidhi Bhaktas come in here. They're going to be convinced because Prabhupada told them read, the sincere ones have been reading his books for 2 hours a day for 40 years and still don't understand them. When they come to a class here, then they're going to really learn what's in those books. And they're going to be happy. And then they're going to chant and be ecstatic and not mode of goodness happy. No, it's chant and be happy. No. It's going to come from the volcano in your heart awakening, and that's Krishna. Here's a prediction for you. Why not? Is what we're doing true? If it's true, it's going to smack Maya into an obeisance to the truth. Hey, man, it's the Lord's energy. It's the Lord's confidential energy. It's more strong than anything. When it's preached in this world vigorously, it conquers the world. God so loved the world that he sent who? His beloved Son. Just take out the only thing, and then you got a conclusive truth. He sends his Son. Son is light, right? Isn't that funny? Play on words. Krishna means he knows what he's doing when he uses words in this world, makes them up because they mean something very deep. God so loved the world, and people that are stuck in this world because of meditating on what is mundane, God so much loved the world that he sends his sons. And their sun, literally light, man. You face the sun, man. You bright, so bright. I'm confused, man. You guys, I'm confused. You're confusing me. You're preaching confusion. You're darn right, because you believe the wrong thing. Confusion is a good thing. You're confused because of believing in mundane things or speculations. Or wrong conceptions or misconceptions that you want to be one with God and become gods and all this stuff, man. It's illusions. It's all misdirection. You got to meet an acharya, man. One who is genuinely used by you-know-who. The guy who laughs a lot, clowns around a lot. Glory to you. See, that's why you see what we're doing. Glory to the truth, man. We're not glory to the mode of goodness or Brahmins. This is the problem, man. A lot of Brahmins and sannyasis who are still believers in the stick. Look at me. Hey, man, I'm worshipable because I got this stick. No. You're worshipable if you got real pure bhakti. If the Lord has taken over your heart, if you're possessed by that spirit of devotion, the pure spirit of devotion, otherwise not. And this is what the world needs to know. Lord Chaitanya taught his mother this. His mother said, you little Nimai, get off that unclean place with all those pots, broken pots. All that stuff that people threw away after they offered it to Krishna and threw it in the ditch. It's dirty. See, clean and unclean. And what did Lord Chaitanya said? These pots have been offered to Vishnu. Therefore, they are purified. They're never contaminated. And then he went deeper. He said, the whole world is going to hell because they don't know what is clean and what is unclean still. They think this is clean, this is unclean. The whole world is still going to hell and heaven. Because if they're going to work to be clean and go to heaven, okay? Or they're going to go to hell by taking shelter of the unclean of this world. But nobody knows what is really clean. What is really clean is Krishna and Krishna's devotees who are cleansed by appropriate worship as it is of the absolute truth. Appropriate worship. Where is Shama Sundari? Where is Christina? What happened? You were here, and now you're not here anymore. Come on, man. Let's preach, man. Let's show the world. What are you doing? Yeah, I better have a good excuse for not being on here. Otherwise, River Yamuna is going to paddle you. Okay. Lord, glory, glory to you. O Lord, in my heart, place the gift of your 2 lotus feet. See, that's bhakti, man. 2 lotus feet, man. That's the devotion. Yeah, that's the Lord, man. Even Krishna, he's looking, with my life without devotion is useless. Where is Radha? The embodiment of devotion. Otherwise, I cannot live. Don't we feel this way? We cannot live without bhakti now. No life without that. Yeah? And that shows the world the greatest happiness. You show me, hey man, Radhan, oh, here we go, naming names. Radhanath, Jaipataka, you show me any happiness better than what you see in this Sangha. If you do, we'll all go there and live there forever. You show us. Isn't it about happiness? No, not happy. No, you shouldn't be happy doing bhakti and doing devotionals. No. Yes. Yeah, because people got to see that when Krishna is happy, you're going to see an extraordinary happiness that surpasses all the modes of nature. Happiness in the mode of ignorance is happiness to a drunk. Happiness in the mode of passion is happiness to a fruitive worker. Aha, I made a lot of money, Mr. Gates. We pegged you where you belong, man. You're a fruitive worker looking for material fruits, which is pretty dumb. Yeah? Happiness in the mode of goodness. Oh, I'm really happy, man. I do regulate, I do all my things, and I'm really happy. No, but you see, happiness in Shuddha Bhakti. Isn't that what Lord Chaitanya showed? Isn't that what he's showing? They're chanting the holy names in ecstasy and everything. What do you see here, my friends? What do you see here? What do you see here? You see the same kind of happiness. The same kind of happiness. There he is. Govinda.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Gurare, Christina, River, Yamuna.
See, same kind of happiness, man.
She's a carnival. Christina's a carnival.
It's a carnival.
She's a carnival, Chaitanya.
It's a transcendental carnival, man. That's right. Yeah. Everybody likes carnivals. Yeah. Haven't you ever seen a transcendental carnival? That's Vrindavan, man. It's a transcendental carnival, man. They're all carnies over there. They're having fun. It's always, every day's a carnival. See, and then Lord Chaitanya, he took it on the road show. See, it's a road show now. You know, Lord Chaitanya didn't stay in Vrindavan with the carnival. You had to go to Vrindavan, which was very hard. The ticket was price was very high. Barely anybody from the outside can get in. But Lord Chaitanya said, let's take this carnival on the road. Like we do. We take it on the internet, man. The carnival's here. You don't have to even go anywhere, man. You're locked down. That's your good fortune. If you turn your camera on, you catch this carnival. See the best acrobats you can imagine, man. All kinds of trapeze flyers and all that.
Yeah, we got a whole circus, carnival, Chaitanya, Navadvipa, Bandana, Kalesh, everything. And people tag me and they say, oh, don't tag me, Prabhu. And I'll say, oh, I'm very sorry I tagged you. It's a great inconvenience to you, me sharing Prema Bhakti with you. But it's the start of a conversation. I'm not being rude. I'm keeping it open. I'm keeping the channels
that's
open.
Great. That's good technique.
Keep it open. Just a bit of humor. I'm not yeah.
That's Prabodhananda Saraswati style. Oh, you very intelligent person. Oh, please listen to this.
Yeah.
I work. Okay. Okay. Shama Sundari has a good excuse. Excused. Okay. You have some excuse like you're working or something, like that. After a while, that won't be an excuse either. An excusable excuse later on. Okay. Lord Chaitanya. Did I hear a beep? Let's see. No. O Lord, in my heart, place the gift of your 2 feet. O life of Nityananda and Swarab Damodar, glory, glory to you. O abode of transcendental virtues. O life of Nityananda and Swarab Damodar, glory, glory to you. O abode of transcendental virtues. O life of Nityananda. My mind is kind of... O Lord, Nityananda and Swarab Damodar, glory, glory to you. O abode of transcendental virtues, O Lord, who love your devotees, glory, glory to you. And that's the secret, man. The sadhu sangha is about associating with devotees so that the love of the Lord, you get so purified that you begin to love the devotees, which is not always so easy. The Maya covers that love. See, so it uncovers in sadhu sangha. And then not only do you love the Lord, you love to be with devotees, and you love to share with the non-devotees who become devotees because they're non-devotees only because their spiritual senses are covered. And the devotee's natural attribute is to uncover those senses just by their presence, by their chanting. Yeah. And people start to get uncovered. Yeah. Oh Lord, accompanied by your devotees. Oh, glory, glory to you. Anyone who hears these narrations about Lord Chaitanya will attain pure devotional service. See? And it's so powerful that even if you're a non-devotee, sometimes people, just by reading these books, are touched. But you want to guaranteed will you become attracted? You listen to a devotee who is attracted to Lord Chaitanya's transcendental virtues and understands those by revelation and realization. Oh, can you imagine? I've had people come here and they've told me, I never thought to read Chaitanya Bhagavat. Matter of fact, I never even saw it in the bookstores in ISKCONs and all that, but they got inspired by hearing this glorification. They got the book and they started to shed tears reading these books. Yeah, and a lot of them gave it up because they just there's no root, not enough root in them. Okay? So that happens. Anyway, wherever it takes root, that's the lesson. Because where this preaching takes root, man, it starts to grow fruit, this transcendental fruit of love of God, man. See, people, and it starts to become very tasty to the person tasting it. And also it makes people's mouths water. Transcendental mouth begins to water. Like, oh, I want that also. Like a lemon makes your mouth water, man. But this is something, ooh, wow, sweet thing. Look at that with the relishing. I also want this. Well, come on, come and see. Come hang out, man. Does this look attractive to anybody? Can you imagine the Vaidhi Bhaktas if they knew this? They just don't know. They think, well, our authorities say this is bogus and this is Maya. Okay? This is Yoga Maya. This is not Mahamaya. This is Yoga Maya. These are the pastimes of devotees worshiping the transcendental virtuous Lord in ecstasy, in conclusive understanding. See, that understanding, that word is the truth. It leads you directly to Vrindavan. You follow that word. It tells you where to go to be. The word of those who are in religion, even Vaishnava religion, who have not realized intimacy and ecstasy. They can't lead you directly to Vrindavan because they don't know themselves. They're not clear about it. They think it's just worshiping Krishna in name only is the path. That ain't it fully. No, worshiping Krishna in name and heart, awakened with pure love. There you go. You don't have to go anywhere other than be in that place where that worship is. It becomes a holy place. Transmission of clear conception of the absolute truth is the holy place. See? Where that ecstatic bliss and love of God is emanating is the holy place created by the devotee, wherever their feet are. Those things they see with Buddha everywhere he walks. There's flowers pop up, lotuses. You ever seen that analogy? Hey man, that's a devotee worshiping Krishna in ecstasy. See? We're here to make devotees wherever they walk, flowers pop up, lotuses. See? And that's the truth, man. Yeah. Oh, Lord Chaitanya. I already read that. Okay. In Navadvip, Lord Chaitanya always tasted the nectar of Sankirtan. Oh, my brothers, please hear this narration of Madhukanda, a narration of Lord Chaitanya's dancing in the dress of the goddess Lakshmi. Okay, so Lalita Ganga, do you have a Chaitanya Bhagavat there? Yeah, so okay, go to, God, I got to figure out which chapter this is. Verse number 4. Chapter 18 of what? Yeah, go to Majja and look up chapter 18 and see if it's called a description of Lord Chaitanya's dancing as a gopi or something. And if it's not there, it might be in Adi Lila or something.
Yeah, you're right. It's in Sri Chaitanya portrays the gopis through dancing.
Okay, go to verse number. Is there any verse numbers there? You can. It's very close. You can go into like it says. In Navadvip, Lord Chaitanya always tasted the nectar of Sankirtan. Oh, my brothers, please hear this narration. Do you see that? It's just verse 4 or 5, It's in the beginning, right in the beginning. Yeah. Just go a couple of sentences and you're there.
I will find it, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah.
But it takes a while.
Yeah, just go 2 sentences. You just start 2 sentences over. Don't even have the exact place. You just start and it's okay. 2
I will
sentences.
take the role of Lakshmi. Srivas will be Narada Muni.
Yeah.
Sadasiva and Buddhimanta became very enlivened and happily went off.
Yeah, just go. Yeah, just start.
Okay. For my respectful obeisances unto you, my spiritual master, Bhaktivedanta Paramahamsa Srila Gora Haridas Maharaj Acharya. All glories to you, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, to Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati, to Jagannath Babaji, to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, to Lord Nityananda, to Lord Chaitanya, to Radharani, and to Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srivas will be Naradi Muni. Sri Rama will be his Brahmana disciple and take messages, and Sriman will insist on being the torch bearer. So Buddhimanta, quickly go and arrange everything. I want to dance. Sadashiva and Buddhimanta became very enlightened and happily went off to make the necessary arrangements. He pulled out a canopy made of katia for just such occasions, and he built a nice enclosure and stage. he also he also brought the different required customs and placed them before the Lord. Vishvambara Vishvambara was pleased with the customs, and he said, "Today I will dance as the potency and consort of the Supreme Lord." One those who are in control of their senses may enter the house to see the performance. Others should not to enter. At first, upon hearing that Vishvambara would dance at Lakshmi Devi, the Vaishnavas were happy and excited. Later, when the Lord explained the conditions he had set, they became depressed in spirit. The first person to react was Advaita Acharya. He drew a line upon the floor and he said, "I cannot see the dance today. I come under the category of persons with uncontrolled senses, so I have no business. I have no business seeing the dance." Srivasa Pandita joined in saying, "Yes, I also feel the same way." Chaitanya gave a short laugh and he said, "If you don't come, then for whom am I to dance?" Lord Chaitanya, the supreme scintillating actor, reviewed his instructions and he said, "All of you, don't worry. Today you will be the most perfected and self-controlled yogis. You will not be attacked by delusion upon seeing my dance." Advaita Acharya, Srivasa Pandita, and all the other Vaishnavas, they became merry again, and they followed the Lord to Chandrasekhara house. Mother Sachi Devi, accompanied by Vishnu Priya Devi and the female relatives of all the Vaishnavas, went to attend Chaitanya's dance performance. Which they had heard would be a unique opportunity to see Chaitanya portraying Lakshmi Devi. Chandrasekhara was indeed a very fortunate soul to have Chaitanya reveal such an unprecedented pastime in his house. Chaitanya sat down with all the devotees. And he allocated the different roles to them. Advaitacharya, with folded hands, inquired repeatedly, which role would you like me to play? The Lord replied, all the roles are at your disposal. Choose whichever you like. Advaitacharya was at a loss as to which role to play. He made the usual expression and danced about, floating on clouds of ecstasy. The other Vaishnavas began a jubilant, melodious Krishna Kirtan led by Mukunda, who sang with a clear, charming voice. Sing Rama, Krishna, Hari, Gopala, Govinda,
Gopala.
First to enter the drama arena was Haridas Sakura. Dressed as a guard, flourishing a fully grown flowing mustache, a turban. A turban tied around his head, and a piece of cloth tied tightly around his with an ominous looking stick. He warned everyone, here now, my brothers, look sharp and sit up. The Lord and soul of the universe, Sri Chaitanya, will dance and Lakshmi Devi. He wiggled his stick and replaced the bow with his body, horripilated due to loving sentiments for Krishna. In the audience, they stared the same spiritual emotions with, with a loud and arrogant voice. He declared, worship Lord Krishna, render service unto him. Lord Krishna, render service unto him. And chant his holy names, his holy names. The devotees broke out into peals of laughter, seeing this new appearance of Haridas. And they asked him, who are you? What are you doing here? Haridas Thakur replied, I'm a guard in Vaikuntha. Continuously, I travel everywhere to awaken Krishna consciousness in all. To awaken Krishna consciousness in all. The Supreme Lord has left his eternal abode. Oh, Vaikuntha to descend here and to distribute Krishna Prema. Indiscriminately and profusely today. He will dance in the role of Lakshmi Devi. So you should diligently and greedily collect the available love of Krishna. Speaking about wealth, saying this, he twirled his handlebar mustache and he moved about the arena, stomping and loudly exclaiming with his partner, Murari Gupta, both his devotees are pure. Are pure loving servants of Krishna. Pure loving servants of Krishna. And indeed, Gaurachandra is always residing within their heart. Soon Srivasa Pandita entered the arena. He was dressed as Narada Muni, and he looked very joyful. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry for the noise. I'm sorry, people. I only see my own face. I don't know. I'm sorry. Where was I? He was dressed as Narada Muni and looking very joyful. He had a long white beard.
Advaita.
He was. He had a long white beard. His body was decorated with little dots of sandalwood paste. And he carried a veena over his shoulders and held kusha grass in his hands. He looked about himself as he stood in the middle of the arena. Rabbi Pandita followed him with a folded sitting mat under his arm, holding a renunciate's water pot. Ramai spread the mat for Narada to sit upon. It was as if Narada Muni it was as if Narada Muni appeared in person. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare. The devotees were impressed with Narada's makeup and they laughed in appreciation. But Advaita spoke up in a loud, grave voice. Who are you and what brings you here? Srivasa replied, listen carefully to my narration. Narada is my name. I am a singer. I sing about Krishna. And I traveled the length and breadth of this unlimited cosmos in search of Krishna. I have just been to Vaikuntha and there I was informed that Krishna has come to Navadvipa. That Krishna has come to Navadvipa in Vaikuntha. I noticed that the houses were empty and practically no one was inside. Nice blender. I couldn't remain in such deserted place, even if it were Vakuntha, so I remembered my Lord. I remembered my Lord and I came here. Today my Lord is dancing here, dressed as Lakshmi Devi. That's why you find me here. When Srivas finished speaking, the Vaishnavas had no doubt in his speech. Looks, action, and character, Srivasa was the very same person as Narada. The devotees greeted him with loud applause.
You knew that. You turn off the blender.
Oh, sorry about that. I thought I was muted.
That's the applause, Guru
I thought I
Maharaj.
was muted.
Mother Sachi was sitting with the other pious and pure ladies, drinking the nectar of Krishna consciousness. Oh my God! That flowed freely in the plain. She asked Malini Devi, "Is that Pandita, your good husband?" Malini replied, "Indeed it's so. Sachi Devi is the mother of the universe. Sachi Devi is the mother of the universe." She marveled at Srivasa Pandita's present appearance, and feeling uncontrollable joy, she fell down unconscious. Everyone was amazed at this wonderful sight. The ladies around Sachi Devi, they chanted Krishna's names into her ears, and slowly she regained consciousness. Then remembering Krishna, Govinda. She again became spiritually restless, making it difficult for the ladies to hold her still. Inside and outside the house, the people were moved by wonderful spiritual emotions, and they wept oblivious of everything. Inside the dressing room, Vishwamara had finished dressing, and suddenly he was overcome and captured by the emotions and moods of Rukmini Devi. The Lord forgot himself, thinking and feeling like the princess of Vidarbha, Rukmini Devi. He wanted to write a letter to Krishna for help. Tears rolled down from his cheeks and became his ink. On the earth, the paper, and his finger, the pen. He wrote down the 7th verse of Rukmini Devi's letter to Krishna from the Srimad Bhagavatam. The enraptured devotees watched the drama with moistened eyes. Now, hear these verses, which call the Supreme Lord to become the husband, the only beloved. Hear these verses, which call the Supreme Lord to become the husband, the only beloved, the protector of Rukmini Devi. Before the devotees, Chaitanya started speaking with the mood and emotion of Rukmini Devi, sending her message to Sri Krishna. He said, "Oh, my matchless beauty, when I heard of your wonderful qualities, all the material miseries that have set me on fire were quickly removed."
Okay.
The sight.
Okay. Let's let River read for a little bit. You want to read a little bit there, River? Thank you very much. Yes.
Am I following on from Lalita?
Why not?
Is she reading
It's,
the Chaitanya Majilila, chapter 18?
yeah, it is page 449.
Okay, just tell me the verse because I've just got my
Chaitanya
phone.
Bhagavat, but there are no verses mentioned in my book.
I think you got the same. Do you have the same book? Do you have the
I
same
don't
book?
have the Chaitanya Majja. Oh, the Chaitanya Bhagavat.
Yeah.
No, Gurmaj, I don't have it because I'm at the hospital.
Oh, okay. Well, just read something. That's okay. Just read what you want. What do you got?
I've got the Prabhupada book, so I can pick up. I was reading this morning about the effects of Kali Yuga. You want me to carry on reading that?
Whatever you want to read. Great reading, Lalita. Thank you.
Guru Maharaj.
Oh.
To be honest, if I understand half of what I read, it's a lot.
Oh. Yeah, you know what? Well, it doesn't matter. We'll go over those things because there's a lot of like truths, like really subtle things, and
there are things that I really love, but I also have this pain of, oh my God.
Yeah. Okay, we'll read it. Maybe some Siddhanta stuff will come out. We'll talk about it.
Doesn't matter. I loved it as well.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry. Okay. Oh. I have to look on database because they don't have Canto 12. So it's Canto 12, chapter 2, the symptoms of Kali Yuga, and I'm on verse 17. Okay. I offer my respectful obeisances to my awesome spiritual master Srila Bhaktivedanta Gaura Haridas Acharya. All glories to you. I offer my respectful obeisances to His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada previous Acharya. All glories to you. All glories to all the previous Acharyas. I offer my respectful obeisances to the six Goswamis, Srila Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Gopinath Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunath Goswami. All glories to the six Goswami. I offer my respectful obeisances to my life and soul, Krishna Chaitanya. All glories to you. I offer my respectful obeisances to Nityananda Prabhu, Avadhuts. All glories to you, my Lord. I offer my respectful obeisances to Advaita Acharya, who called down the Lord from the ocean to save all our souls. All glories to you, Advaita Acharya. I offer my respectful obeisances to Gadaha Pandit, Srivas Pandit. All glories. I offer my respectful obeisances to the lotus feet of Shrimati Radharani, the personification of pure devotion. All glories to you. I offer my respectful obeisances to the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. All glories to you. I offer my respectful obeisances to all the intimate devotees in the Sangha of Srila Gaura Haridas. All glories to you, my God brothers and sisters, my God brothers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om
Om
Namo
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Okay. Oh, sorry about the noise. So, Canto 12, Chapter 2, The Symptoms of Kala Yuga. I'm on verse 17. 12 to 16. This is all combined. 12 to 16. By the time the age of Kali ends, the bodies of all creatures will be greatly reduced in size. The religious principles of followers of Varna ashram will be ruined. The path of the Vedas will be completely forgotten in human society, and the so-called religion will be mostly atheistic. The kings will mostly be thieves. The occupations of men will be stealing, lying, and needless violence, and all the classes will be reduced to the lowest level of Sudras. Cows will be like goats. Spiritual hermitages will be no different from mundane houses, and family ties will extend no further than the intimate bond of marriage. Most plants and herbs will be tiny, and all trees will appear like dwarf samai trees. Clouds will be full of lightning. Homes will be devoid of piety, and all human beings will have become like asses. At that time, the Supreme Personality of Godhead will appear on the earth, acting with the power of pure spiritual goodness. He will rescue eternal religion. Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the spiritual master of all moving and non-moving living beings, and the supreme soul of all, takes birth to protect the principles of religion and to relieve his saintly devotees from the reactions of material work. Lord Kalki will appear in the home of most eminent Brahmana, the most eminent Brahmana of Shambula village, the great soul Vishnu Asya. Is that how you say it? Yeah. Vishnu Yasa.
There's something interesting here. So Lord Chaitanya doesn't come in every Kali Yuga, but Kalki does. But you notice in this Kali Yuga, Lord Chaitanya appeared, and he also came through in a house of a Brahmin. You notice? So maybe there is no Kalki in this Kali Yuga. Maybe because the verse says he comes to establish eternal religion. Well, didn't Lord Chaitanya establish eternal religion? So maybe this is actually the killing of the atheists, or by the way he did it, and maybe this, this appears. This is anyway something interesting to think about, because the qualities of the verse are manifested. He was born in a Brahmin family also, and he came to establish eternal religion. So let's see. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna.
She's frozen, I think.
She's gone. We lost her.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Maybe.
What to do?
Well, I've got Krishna Das Kaviraj, is it? I haven't got Chaitanya Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam with me.
Says Shamaguri says Narayan Maharaj said Kalki will not appear in this Kali Yuga. It makes sense because Lord Chaitanya appeared in the Brahman. He came to establish eternal religion. So the demons might be conquered by this love, this unprecedented distribution of this love. So let's see.
Yeah, it's great, interesting times, isn't it? It's like you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to be going on next within the Sangha and outside the Sangha in the world. It's like really like it's like an adventure film. We're in it. It's great.
Yeah.
It's action packed.
Yeah, it's an adventure. It's always a surprise with God because He's aware of everything. We're just in our locally. We're local. And we're trying to, gradually we figure this out and piece it together. But He's, looking through everything, man. So He's got, awareness of everything. So it's always a great surprise when it happens. Yeah.
So maybe AI will get a heart.
Who knows?
Maybe.
An artificial heart. Mechanical heart. Boom, boom, boom. Who knows?
Okay. Govinda, read us something.
Okay. All right. Even though it was famous as the river of the heavenly worlds, the Ganges flows upon the earth. And something you were sharing yesterday in class, Gaur-Hari, I really was meditating for a long time. I think I shared it, but I can't stop meditating on it, how the Ganga Mata, she flows from a very high place. Kailash, she's a high devotee. And people are trying to imitate in the world, like the gurus who imitate the position of Prabhupada after he left his body, and they all put themselves in high seats. But she has a natural high seat, like you, Gaur-Hari, and like Lalita, natural. And Christiana. Yeah, it's like that, isn't it? What a devotee, Ganga Mata.
Yeah, Krishna's Lord Chaitanya is making. We're becoming rich, recovering our inheritance. Just by the mercy of His appearance in this world with His devotees.
Yeah,
just
and we relish.
Yeah, go ahead.
And we can relish the devotees, like what you were saying before. We relish the devotees, like Christina. Just to watch Christina and Lalita. Christina is like this fresh bhakti coming, and Lalita's Ganga keeps deepening her devotion. But to see somebody come along who's fresh and waking up like that, it's like, wow.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh my gosh. It's just so amazing. So amazing. Yeah.
Okay, it looks like, are you back, River, or what?
Don't see her.
Just a second. Okay, River, go ahead. Continue.
Okay. Hey, Krishna.
Okay, so I just read Lord Kalki will appear in the home of the most eminent Brahmana of Shambhala village, the great soul Vaishnava woman. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Okay, Lord Kalki, the Lord of the universe, will mount his swift horse, Devadatta, and sword in hand travel over the earth, exhibiting his 8 mystic. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just going to wait 1 minute. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay. Lord Kalki, the Lord of the universe, will mount his swift horse, Devadatta, and, sword in hand, travel over the earth, exhibiting his 8 mystic opulences and 8 special qualities of Lord Godhead, displaying his unequaled effulgence, and riding with great speed. He will be killed by the millions of thieves who have dared dress as kings. Okay. If you didn't hear that, I'll read it the last bit again. Displaying his unequaled effulgence and riding with great speed, he will be killed by the millions of thieves who have dared dress as kings. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
I think Krishna wants you. I think Krishna wants you to read some more Rasika stuff than that heavy shit. That's just my
people
feeling.
talking here, it doesn't matter what I read.
Yeah, but if you read something nice, they might listen to you.
I didn't hear what you said, Karuna.
If you read something nice and pleasant, they might listen to you.
Huh? I think somebody else should read. There's a lot of people here now.
Yeah.
Talking.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Govinda or Karuna, whoever wants to read.
Come on, Karuna. Stop being a wuss.
I'm busy packing up your stuff, gonna bring it to the hospital so I can deal with this shit.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead there, Govinda.
Bring the gown.
Flowing from the Supreme Lord's lotus feet, the beautiful, sacred, and sweeter than nectar Ganges River flowed past the demigod Shiva's matted locks decorated with crescent moon and a chaplet of skulls, and eagerly entered the realms of Navadvipa. Even though it's famous as the river of the heavenly worlds, the Ganges flowed upon the earth. Even though it's liquid by nature, it dried up the entire ocean of repeated birth and death. Even though it flowed from the dark form of Krishna, it was clear and fair. Even though it flowed with winding currents, it destroyed the winding illusions of material life. You know that past verse, it's interesting, isn't it? It says about Shiva, his locks are decorated with a chaplet, like a chapel. It's almost like a chapel, like a church kind of connotation, a chapelet of skulls. And really, that's pretty much religion, isn't it, at the moment? Death. Take the vax. Government, same. Take the vax. Death. That's chaplet. That's ISKCON. Take the vax. Death. Eager to attain the fragrance of the Supreme Lord's lotus feet, the beautiful Ganges flowed through the land of Navadvipa. In Navadvipa lived many saintly and devoted Brahmanas who regularly performed the duties prescribed in the Vedas and who were like the personified rules of Shruti and Smriti. Oh, impelled by divine love, saintly Advaita Prabhu, the most glorious of the devotees, decorated the land of Navadvipa. Everyone was able to gaze upon him. Very generous, learned in all the Vedas and Agmas, the best of the devotees, and the moon of the Brahmanas. Saintly Srivasa stayed always in Navadvipa. Intelligent, born in an exalted family, learned and traveled to the further shore of many different branches of learning. Glorious Jagannatha Mishra was like a crown decorating the Brahmanas of Navadvip. Virtuous, pure-hearted, exalted, intelligent, and learned, Nimbala Chakravarti gave his daughter in marriage to Jagannath Mishra. That daughter, who was named Sachi, was very virtuous and exalted. Even the dear wife of the demigod, Indra, was not as glorious and exalted as she. Standing by saintly Purandara Mishra's side, Sachi shone like a crescent moon, or like the other Sachi by the side of King Indra. The saintly couple stayed at home. We're going to go ahead a little bit because I read this morning. Wildly happy with the appearance of spring, the cuckoos sang the glorious word, glory. The bees gracefully danced. A breeze blew from the south, bearing the scents of many bunches of flowers and many drops of warm water mixed with lotus pollen, and embracing each vine one by one, a gentle breeze blew from the Malaya hills. When the time came for the appearance of supremely auspicious Lord Chaitanya, the world became peaceful and pure. And that's what we feel here, isn't it? When we're in Sangha together, chanting these verses, chanting these pastimes, seeing the devotees waken, we feel that purity like Gaurahari is sharing when he was walking yesterday. Everything becomes purified, and it's so much like that. You know, I know you've spoken about your motorhome in America, and Mary Sachi went into that one time. I experienced that when I went to Johann's place in Bribos in Belgium. Oh my God, the whole place is just ingrained with this vibration, this high vibration. And that's what the devotees are able to do in this Sangha. And together, I mean, that's why it's so important. I get what Guru Hari is trying to do, get devotees together. It's really, really powerful, and it's very colourful. And people are a bit more shy about coming live. They can just sit back and watch and observe and get a feel for it. It's a very, 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 very colourful expression of Chaitanya's pastimes. There is nothing like this. This is the forefront. This is the cutting edge. And this is effective. You know, people can say what they like. But in time, in history, people think, wow, that was a place my grandfathers went to, or we should have gone to. I mean, this place is as prominent as the pastimes in Chaitanya Lila. No doubt about it. This is it. This is where it's at. It's great. This colourfulness. I love it. Yeah, I'd like to see more devotees go up and come along on live as well. Because we've got a wonderful family, and yeah. When Lord Chaitanya appeared,
you know, people got to see, devotees got to see you make a difference. Not like, well, I'm not really qualified. And no, hey man, you're part of this. This is just by you're justified, just like it was taught in the back. You're justified by faith in something really transcendentally special. You're justified, man, and that you're important. You know, your voice and your presence is very important, and so you should, you got to get that. That you're this thing they're taught in Vaishnava, you're no good. You're not. That's so artificial. It's so artificial. We are good because of our relationship with the Lord. See, there's no false ego in that. The other stuff is false. You're so bad. It's just another thing. It's not. It's just like the conditioning that our parents gave us. Many of us, not everybody, but many, making you feel like you're worthless and all that. It's conditioning. It's a reflection of the truth of our natural insignificance, but we become significant because of our relationship with the Transcendental Lord. And so just by accepting what's going on here and having faith in it means everything. And then you also get the mercy of the Vaishnavas, by being seen by the Vaishnavas. See, this is the whole thing. When you go to the temple, Bhakti Siddhanta taught, don't go there to see the deity. Go there to be seen by the deity. People, the deity is here in action. It's even more so. Come here to be seen by the Vaishnavas and get the mercy and get some strength. Otherwise, you're going to sit there. Okay, good. But you come here, you're seen by the Vaishnavas. They see you. You get their mercy by interaction. So do more. If you can do more of that, and step out a little bit, it'll increase your strength. By being around the Vaishnavas, interacting with them. So anyway, if you can do it, great. If still you still want to sit there and watch, okay, fine. That's okay. That's do whatever. I'm trying to push you a little bit, maybe, if anybody's out there. It's like little birds in the nest. They don't want to get out of the nest. Kind of shove them out a little bit, and they got to fly.
They fall on your head like. What?
I talk daily with devotees to convince them. Daily, Guru Maharaj. Daily, but I'm not qualified. I said, but I'm not qualified either.
No, none of us are qualified. That's the thing. And then it's so fun once you get into it, man. It's like the play, Lord Chaitanya said, hey, man, those who are in control of their senses can come to this play. And they all went, none of us can come. We're not qualified. Then the Lord said, well, if you don't go, who's going to see the play? Same thing. If you don't come up here, who's going to see all these interactions, dynamic interactions? The Lord doesn't like to go and liberate the world himself. He comes with his associates. And people here is part of his associates. All of you, anybody develops faith in what we're doing.
Yeah. The group is much bigger than we show. The group is much bigger. If they would come on, show your face.
Yeah, can you imagine? You want to preach? Well, this is preach. Just show up, man. You got preaching.
Preaching.
Yeah, and that's preaching, man. People start to see, wow, there's something going on there. People have faith in what he's doing there. What's created. And because a lot of you have faith, so you come on as much as possible too. And you'll see that's preaching just by showing up. And Krishna will empower the whole situation. Get you over the false ego thinking, oh, I'm not qualified. Oh, yeah, nobody's qualified. That's false ego to think you got to get qualified somehow. No. You got to just realize we're all not qualified. And the Lord makes up the difference. That's what it's about.
That's spot on. Yeah, that's spot on. And really, to just take a leaf out of 12-step fellowship, Narcotics Anonymous, people just share. I've seen people fighting almost in the rooms. It doesn't matter. Just show up. Even if you're depressed, pissed off, pissed up, not pissed up, it don't matter. Just show up, because you will help somebody who's thinking, my God, that person's got something that I've got, even if they're all those things you just said.
Yeah,
it don't matter. It don't matter. It's a colourful thing. If not all devotees come in ecstatic, it don't matter. It don't matter. Just show up.
Yeah.
Come on live and just barf out your stuff and whatever.
Yeah, and even if you lack some faith in what we're doing, but you're showing up, like watching, come up here and even express, I have a little doubts here, and I don't know, this is, people said this, and you get it all cleared up, and you'll be all the more better for it. Just consider this like the confession box, the black box, you go to in church. Father, forgive me for I've sinned.
Father, forgive me.
I don't have faith in what you're doing, man. I listened to this guy there. He said you're bogus and all that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You hear so many excuses. I'm not qualified. I'm not a show guy, or I'm not a show girl.
I think Christina's a showgirl with that pink flamingo thing she was wearing yesterday. She's a showgirl, man. Oh my gosh. She's lighting up the whole of Maastricht.
Yeah. Okay, so who's reading now? River, you ready to continue? Is it quiet over there for you?
No, not really, Guru Maharaj, but I can go back to my bed and I can read then.
Okay, go ahead. We'll wait. Yeah, maybe read some Chaitanya Bhagavat.
Okay.
Or something.
Okay.
Something Rasik a little bit more.
Okay.
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna.
Okay, while she's setting up there, I'm going to read some of the stuff that Lalita read and see if there's something we can talk about here too. While she's setting up. Okay. Let's see here. So we'll start here. So, assuming the role of the Supreme Lord's potency, I will dance. Only persons who have conquered their senses are qualified to see me dance. Only they who have the power to control their senses can enter the house today. So, but when they heard the final declaration, they all became morose. Scratching the ground, Advaitacharya said, I shouldn't see this play today. I have not conquered my senses. See? So the moral of this, morals here, is that Lord Chaitanya, generally, you have to do what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita. Control your senses. And then Arjuna said, hey man, the senses are like the wind. I can't do it. Okay, and that's the reason for the Lord's descent. As Lord Chaitanya, he said, look, these people will never come to me. They'll never make it. And therefore, what can be done? Well, I guess I have to just give myself to people freely as a gift. Wow. If they will accept my association.
Oh, Guru Maharaj is gone. Pucci. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, something went wrong. Okay. Messed up. Okay. Yeah, if I will just I'll just have to give my association without qualification, without them having to do all of this stuff. Even as Bhagavad Gita, his mercy supersedes even Bhagavad Gita's mercy. That's why he's the most. It says he's the most merciful incarnation, more than Krishna and Radha, because they kept it exclusive in Vrindavan. See, so because they were feeling like, hey man, for a long time we haven't given this out to people in the world, and they're not qualified for it. But what if they will just accept my association? Whoever will accept my association through my devotees, see, my real heralds, we'll just let them into I'll give myself to them very quickly. They'll become purified. See, the Lord giving himself to you is giving his priceless jewel, his treasure. See, it's not money, it's his bhakti. His devotion is his priceless treasure. See, it's his wealth. He's going to give his wealth to us if we will just accept the gift, and that's coming in line. And only his real devotees are the recipients of that gift, and they give it out, and then more is increased. Okay? It increases. You don't diminish. The devotees don't diminish giving Lord Chaitanya's wealth out. It increases. Okay? And that wealth is the proper conception of this absolute truth. The pure conception. See, that is understanding. And that is what delivers people, is the pure conception. What do you think Bhagavad Gita as it is means? It's very important, as it is, not as it's speculated on. by persons who they're not recipients of this gift yet. You got to get the gift yourself before you're a real guru, man, in our Gaudiya Vaishnava line. Otherwise, where are you leading people? You don't know where you're leading people. You know, the devotees who've got this gift know the mind of Lord Chaitanya and his desire. His desire is to relish this gift. You see those qualities here. The desire of Lord Chaitanya is to spread this to others by tasting these mellows. You see those qualities here, of course. Okay? But people's ears are all stopped up with the Maya. It's like earwax, Maya, you know, waxy in there. Okay? So that's the idea. And those who start to wake up, basically by preaching the truth will set you free. If anybody comes and listens, you see, we're honest. This is honest preaching here. The true honesty is not mode of goodness, man. It's not fully honest. Or any of the modes are not really fully honest or truthful. Only Shuddha Bhakti is truthful, eternally truthful, eternally liberating. Even Brahman, this Brahman effulgence is not fully truthful. That's why Jesus said the truth will set you free of all of that into a personal relationship with God. Is very juicy, very perfect happiness. There's nothing beyond that. It's so perfect that all you do is greedily want more of that. You know? Okay, River, go ahead.
Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhyakanda. Is this on the process of devotional service? Can I read that?
Yeah, and also, your microphone is there. What's going on with that? It seems a little bit tinny.
It's low. It's a sound low.
Oh, I see. You got it's kind of like not really great quality. Why don't you use it without the headset?
I don't think it's going to disturb the patient.
Oh, you think? Okay, well, this is okay. This is good. This is good enough.
I don't know. I'm a bit nervous because they're all sleeping and stuff.
Just do whatever you think is right. Go ahead.
I'm going to do this for a minute. And then...
Okay.
Okay. So this is from Prabhupada's books. It's the process of devotional service. It's chapter 22 in the Madhya Kanda. And I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is an ocean of transcendental mercy, and although the subject matter of Bhakti Yoga is very confidential, he has nonetheless manifested it so nicely, even in this age of Kali, the age of quarrel. Krishna, Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glory to Nityananda Prabhu. All glory to Advaita Chandra. All glory to the devotees of Sri Chaitanya. All glory to all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I have described one's relationship with Krishna in various ways. This is the subject matter of all the Vedas. Krishna, the center of all activities. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I have described one's relationship with Krishna in various ways. This is the subject matter of all the Vedas. Krishna is the center of all activities. Now I shall speak about the characteristics of devotional service by which one can attain the shelter of Krishna and his loving transcendental service. A human being's activity should be centered only about devotional service to Lord Krishna. That is the verdict of all Vedic literatures, and all saintly people have ascertained this.
See, Krishna is the center of all activities in the world. Always. See, Krishna is always the center of all activities, whether you're a materialist or a spiritualist. See, the spiritualist, when Krishna in his devotional service, pure devotional service is the center of all your activities, you become extraordinarily happy. and forever. But in the world, because our nature is we're jivas, we're marginal, we have to serve either make Krishna's Maya the center of our activities, which most people do, and then they get entangled, and they're just identified with material thoughts, material feelings, see, material matter, see, and so you're caught up in that, and that's illusion. We're spiritual. Then the spirit is caught up in this, and that's where the misery comes, and it gets so thick and dark and dark and darker and darker, and puts all the light out of our spirit, and that's why it's not very fun for people who are connected to Krishna's spiritual potency to be around materialists. It's like, why are you in such darkness? Come out of that. Thinking, you're meditating on this extreme thing that makes you limited. The material energy is so limited. Okay? And the spiritual energy is unlimited. Go ahead there.
As long as you think that you are the center of the universe, you will be unhappy. You stay unhappy. You are in a state of illusion. It's from the moment that you get out of that illusion, and I'm not the center of the universe, Krishna is.
Mm-hmm.
There is
see, Krishna, it's the I. The I is God. See, and the people miss the small I, the false ego, is like, I'm the center of the universe. It's all about me, mine.
Me.
Yeah, me, or even my extended family, me. They're all in false ego too. And so that's the entanglement. But the more we advance, when it's all about Krishna, then that's when you're happy. You stay happy because it's the false identification that makes you unhappy. It causes limitation, causes material feeling to awaken. It's a love for the material, and it's like a very coarse, painful, a little bit of happiness and a lot of pain, a lot of sadnesses, and this is material ras, and that's the lesson in it. It's painful. But when it's all about Krishna, blissful, ecstatic feelings arise. That's why Lord Chaitanya came, to profusely distribute this. This is what we're working on. See, to be absorbed in Krishna and take away our unhappiness. Being absorbed, it's about me. Yeah, you never do enough for me. My parents didn't do enough for me. Yeah. Well, get into Krishna and you'll get over that disease. Dis-ease. This causes disease, man. Unhappiness, not necessary. That's why I don't like to hear people's problems. What do you want to tell me about your problems? Can I tell you the solution? The solution is keep meditating on Krishna and let this out. Let it go. Let it go, because that your unhappiness is you're thinking about the things that are in the world and worldly, and then it's all about you. And the way out is to keep thinking about Krishna. That's the meditation, and get yourself so addicted to that being happy transcendentally that you're just sick. Meditate on the world is like painful. That's a good thing when you realize, what am I doing? Look at me obsessing over the world. I'm miserable doing it. Let me start obsessing over Krishna and be happy. Be obsessed with the Lord and his transcendental name and pastimes and qualities. Obsess over that, and like Jesus and like Lord Chaitanya and like their devotees do. Okay, go ahead there, River.
That's kind of what happened to me when I was going through this stuff, getting into the Maya, and it's just kind of getting covered and twisted inside, and all of like that. And it was, I don't know, I think I wanted to feel it again, but then I started listening to you again clearly, and I started coming out of it again, and now I've come out of it more and more and more by doing classes and staying in the supreme potency instead of getting and everything's easier now. I mean, I'm in hospital. It's easier.
Yeah. See, you gotta kind of get an experience of both, get it clear. You know, you see, okay, I go into limitation like that, and then I go into this. This is a better experience of life, better quality of life. See, and that's how you get it. And then more and more, you just say, "Hey, man." And then when your mind goes there, it's like, "Who? Oh, I don't. I've been there, done that."
Yeah. Go back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. Nice to hear it.
Okay. Sorry, I just lost my place. Okay. I'm just going to read this one again because it's so nice. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I have described one's relationship with Krishna in various ways. This is the subject matter of all the Vedas. Krishna is the center of all activities. I read that one, don't matter. I shall now speak about the characteristics of devotional service by which one can attain the shelter of Krishna and his loving transcendental service. A human being's activity should be centered only about devotional service to Lord Krishna. That is the verdict of all Vedic literatures, and all saintly people have ascertained this. Krishna, their experience. When the Mother Veda's Shruti is questioned as to whom to worship, she says that you are the only Lord and worshipful object. Similarly, I don't know what this is, colorism. I don't know what that word says. Correlates of the Shruti Shastras. The Shruti Shastras give the same instructions, just like a sister. The Puranas, which are like brothers, follow in the footsteps of their mother. O enemy of the demon Mura. The conclusion is that you are the only shelter. Now I have understood this in truth. Did you get what that word was? It's
Correlates.
Yeah.
Correlates is something that correlates with that scripture.
Okay. Krishna is the non-dual absolute truth, the supreme personality of Godhead. Although he is one, he maintains different personal expansions and energies for his pastimes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. I'm just going to read this purport. Is this purport not by Prabhupada? It is. I can't hear you now, Guru Maharaj.
Chaitanya Charitamrita?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. All that's by Prabhupada, and sometimes he puts Bhakti Siddhanta's purport in there.
Okay. The Lord has many potencies and is non-different from all these potencies, because the potencies and the potent cannot be separated. They are identical. Krishna is described as the source of all potencies, and he is also identified with the external potency, the material energies. Krishna also has internal potencies or spiritual potencies, which are always engaged in his personal service. His external potency, which are always engaged in his personal service. His internal potency is different from external potencies. Krishna's internal potency and Krishna himself, who is the potent, are always identical. Krishna expands himself. This is the next verse. Krishna expands himself in many forms. Some of them are personal expansions, and some are separated expansions. Thus, he performs pastimes in both the spiritual and material worlds. The spiritual worlds are the Vaikuntha planets, and the material universes are Brahmandas. Is that what it's meant to say? Brahmandas, gigantic globes covered by Lord Brahma.
Between personal expansions and separated expansions.
I'm going to read it again. It's just the bottom. Krishna expands himself in many forms. Some of them are personal expansions, and some are separated expansions. Thus, he performs pastimes in both the spiritual and material world.
Yeah, so they're different. So separated expansions can be two things. Separated expansions could be the devotees and his plenary portions. They're separated, and they're joined together by devotional service. See, we're meant to be like that. The jiva is a separated expansion of Krishna, but meant to be in union with Krishna for pastimes. Otherwise, there would be no pastimes. It would be all the Lord, one energy. See? But the Lord separated himself for pastimes, so separated. But then his personal expansions is Krishna and Krishna and Krishna and Krishna, super soul, super soul, super soul. See? It's not really it's one, always one. The Lord is always one, but the part and parcels are many, meant to be joined to that one. See, so this is a great mystery in this world. The Mayavadis cannot understand this simultaneous oneness and oneness and difference. They just understand this. They speculate. It's all about being one with God and merging, but they don't know that we're eternally separated expansions of the Lord. See, eternally, and that's why ultimately we have to make it really clear that it's about Krishna. Is about his happiness, and then we're truly, and when we start to experience that, you really get that, wow, man, that is my happiness. And this is misery to be into his Maya, serving that, identifying with that, and having this false identity. It's like going into a bar, to get that alcohol, and you have a false ID, they throw you out. That's the way it is with the kingdom. You go in with this false idea, the false ego, to drink this transcendental nectar, and they throw you out. See? You can't get in there with the false ego ID. You have to have the real identification. Who are you? I'm Sridham. Oh, come on into the kingdom. So you got to have your spiritual identity. Otherwise, a false ID of the false ego. This is why these gurus, they can't get in unless they got their real ID to get into Vrindavan. You got to have the real ID. Who are you? I don't know. I think I'm a sannyasi with a big stick. Get out of here. He's identifying with sticks. Get him out. Throw him out. Beat him up with that stick. Stick of truth. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so the rest of this verse, okay. Thus he performs pastimes in both the spiritual and material worlds. The spiritual worlds are the Vaikuntha planets, and the material universes are Brahmadas, gigantic globes covered by Lord Brahma. Can you explain that? Gigantic universes covered by Lord Brahma.
Read that whole verse again.
Okay. Whoa, sorry. Okay. Krishna expands himself in many forms. Some of them are personal expansions, and some are separated expansions. Thus he performs pastimes in both the spiritual and material worlds. The spiritual worlds are the Vaikuntha planets, and the material universes are Brahmandas, gigantic globes covered by Lord Brahma.
Okay, so separated expansions. Also, that's like literally you're separated from Krishna by serving his Maya. You're separated from the spiritual potency of Krishna by serving his material potency. So it's still you're separated in expansion, but now you engage in mundane activities to connect with the Lord's Maya. See, and that's miserable. That means misery. Heaven and hell. Heaven, earth, and hell. Heaven, earth, and hell. Cycling all the time. Sometimes as an animal, sometimes as an insect, sometimes as a rarely as a person. That's a great opportunity to get out of that. Let us get purified and attracted to the Krishna spiritual form and pastimes and name. That's why they're here. See, that's what we're doing. And the more attraction we get, the more we're released from this Maya, attraction to Maya. So that's what sadhu sangha is every day. See, it's becoming so attractive that many of us are coming every day. And then even after sadhu sangha, we're engaging in devotional service on the level of attraction, because it's really fun to do, and it's purifying, and it creates great experience of a happiness that's not of this world.
I want. Okay. Expansions of his personal self, like the quadruple manifestations of Sankashan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Vasudev, descend as incarnations from Vaikuntha to the material world. The separated expansions are living entities. Although they are expansions of Krishna, they are counted among his different potencies.
Yeah, you see, actually, now the deeper thing is they're expansions of Krishna, because there's only Krishna in this world. See, but they have their nature. Their nature is to serve, transcendentally engage in the loving service of the Krishna's spiritual potency. See? Or if here in the material world you serve the Mayic potency, the mundane energy, which is Krishna also. See, it's all Krishna, but then Krishna, the soul has its nature, the jiva soul. Krishna has his nature, see, and activity, and so the world has its nature and activity. So we needed this knowledge, so that we know the difference between, okay, our soul is spiritual. Let us serve what is called the spiritual potency. Let us get purified. Yeah, there's going to be some pain of purification involved and everything, but let us get through it, because I'm sick of this serving this mundane energy, man. It's causing me misery. I'm ready to get out. See, so yeah.
Are you in the treatment? Are you in the treatment room? Are you in the treatment room?
Yes, I'm in the day room.
Is there any people in there? Is there any people in there? Well, I can't hear you now.
Unmute your microphone.
Mine's unmuted. I don't know if Karuna.
No, I'm talking to Karuna.
Karuna.
Oh yes, I'm in the day room.
I know, but are there any people talking in there?
Yes, there's two lovely ladies here.
Okay,
Are they talking?
They're very quiet. They're very quiet.
Yeah.
For the moment.
Yeah. David. Yeah. You got your hands free? Have you got your hands free? What do you need? Did you take those into the day room for me? Yeah. Let's go into the day room.
She's going to the day room. Yeah. Okay, while she's doing that, I'm going to read some of this.
I know, it's lovely, isn't it?
Okay. So, many Vaishnavas, kinsmen, and friends came with Mother Sachi to see the dance. Sri Chandrasekhar's good fortune has no limit, for in his home the Supreme Lord revealed his glories.
A little bit of milk. What?
Accompanied by all the Vaishnavas, Lord Chaitanya sat down. By his order, everyone accepted their costumes. Again and again, Advaita asked with folded hands, Lord, please order me. Which costume should I wear? Advaita was not in external consciousness. Walking back and forth, knitting his eyebrows, he thought, which costume will I take? He danced about like a playful joker. He floated in an ocean of bliss. Then Then a tumultuous sound of Lord Krishna's name arose. All the Vaishnavas were overcome with bliss. Mukunda sang the auspicious beginning of the kirtan and Ram, Bolo, Hari, Gopal. See? Then the tumultuous sound of Lord Krishna's name arose. See, the tumultuous sound. See, it becomes tumultuous, when the devotee's chanting it in ecstasy. It's a huge thing, man. Big party. Okay, you ready? Go ahead there, River. Unmute your mic. There you go.
It's done. Thank you. Those who are eternally liberated are always awake to Krishna consciousness, and they render transcendental loving service at the feet of Lord Krishna. They are to be considered eternal associates of Krishna, and they are eternally enjoying the transcendental bliss of serving Krishna.
See, isn't this great? This is what we're doing. We're working on this. Eternally enjoying the bliss of the loving service, engaging in loving service of the Lord, and showing that to the world. See, to really lead people into that kingdom of, that's beyond even liberation, you got to be an example here. You got to show people that this is how it is to engage in the loving service of the Lord. It makes you extraordinarily happy beyond anything you've seen in this world, beyond even those persons preaching Brahman, liberation. You engage in perfect understanding of the truth. Okay? And you show that, demonstrate that in the world. Otherwise, nobody knows. How are people going to know what the loving service of the Lord is from those who are not engaged in the loving service of the Lord? It's ecstatic if you're engaged in the loving service, not just an intellectual, scholarly, big stick dissertation on Krishna consciousness with a nice grave voice, and countenance. No, it's an ecstatic experience. It's rapturous. It's wonderful. See, they're the leaders. They'll lead you into the kingdom. You need somebody like the cowherd boys. They went to the Brahmins to help them understand, but it was hard for them. Okay, go ahead. Are you okay, Tom?
I can't hear him.
Yeah. Okay.
Going off.
Can't hear me all right.
Oh, he's just going.
Oop. We lost her.
She's right here beside me.
Okay. You got a better
But
microphone.
that means no, we have the same microphone. I don't know. She's put the volume down not to disturb the people.
Okay, is she going to read or not? Okay.
Yeah, she's ready to read. She's all getting geared up over here, getting Steam Labs and connected.
Okay. She's not on. She's not on the thing here, right?
Let me do it for her. She has problems trying to follow her brain patterns.
Okay.
Like we all do.
Yeah.
I think yours is the worst.
Where did you get the link from?
All you need to do is paste it in the top there because it's still in the clipboard. So
okay.
Repaste it and it should come up. Can you just check to see if my hotspot's on?
Hotspot's on here.
It's on 71.
No, your hotspot's on here. Is your SIM card this phone? Right. No internet here. Why not? Oh no, it's working. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Expanded. Karuna's expanded. It's 2 Karunas. 2 Karunas.
Yamun is not using her headphones because she's afraid of something, but then there's feedback.
So maybe Karuna just goes off because you're maybe too close. I think
We'll go nowhere. We'll go nowhere.
Go nowhere.
You can just go off from while I read and come back on. Right, okay.
Okay, we hear
the
you.
headphones are there for a reason. Why are you using the headphones for?
Does it matter?
Yes, because we can both sit here and look at Maharaj at the same time. That's why I bought them for. We can be in the room at the same time and in the room at the same time.
It's just one time, Karuna. Maharaj comes on every day.
Yeah.
I want to be in the same room as you and watch Maharaj with you. Not have to sit in different rooms like lepers.
It's just one time.
Just one time.
Just one time. Come on, Karuna.
I had to sit there in the living room. You sit in your bedroom because of feedback. That's why I got
Just
the
one
headphones.
time. Come on. One time.
It's just one
They're
time.
hanging out of you.
Huh?
The headphones are hanging out of you.
Give her a few minutes. All right. Don't worry about it.
He's not having it, is he? Make it harder. It's so spoiled.
Give her a few minutes. Spoiled brat.
He's not having it, is he?
Still up.
Right. The only reason why I'm not using the headphones is because I can't hear Guru Maharaj on here.
That's because
I
have to do
hey,
that.
You know what?
On my phone.
I think it's. I think we've had enough together. You guys start your own programs now. Tom and everybody.
No.
I think you guys do your own things now. I'm ready to move around a little bit now.
Okay.
Okay.
All
right. So you guys start your own programs, and I'll be watching. Hare
All right,
Krishna.
Guru Maharaj. All right,
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Have a great day, and look for everybody's going to start their own programs. Haribol.